We think we get up early. We have the pre-7 o'clock club. But let me tell you, our next guest was outside of the Riverside Stadium in the mighty borough at 4:30 this morning, getting ready for a 55-mile walk. Nathan Sherratt is taking on the route between sports stadiums across the North East, and it's all to raise money for autism charity Daisy Chain. Well, let's find out the latest, because our reporter Louise Hobson has caught up with him on his journey across Teesside. Morning, Louise.
Good morning. Yes, I didn't have to go to the Riverside at 4:30 this morning, but I have caught up with Nathan at Hartlepool. We're here on Clarence Road outside of Hartlepool United, and it's a beautiful sunny day. So let's hope it stays like this for the next 2 days for Nathan. And with me is the man himself, who is well into his day and 8 miles into his journey. Good morning.
Good morning.
Right, can you tell us exactly what all of this is about and what you're doing?
So it's a 55-mile walk over 2 days. As you rightly said, I started at the Riverside Stadium in Middlesbrough at 4:30 this morning. Arrived here just at Hartlepool United before 7:45 this morning. And I'm going to walk 20 miles now to the International Cricket Ground at Chesley Street. And then tomorrow, 4:30, I'm going to do it all over again. Going to start from the Riverside and Chesley Street again, go to Stadium of Light in Sunderland, Gateshead International Stadium, and finish at St James's Park.
What made you want to do this?
So this week is the second anniversary of me becoming a trustee of Daisy Chain, and I wanted to do something special to mark that. I'm hugely proud of the charity and to be a trustee of the charity. And as a football referee, it seemed like there was nothing better than to visit the fantastic sporting arenas that we've got in the North East.
A lot of your work is around people who are neurodivergent as well, isn't it? Can you tell us a bit more about how passionate you are about this?
I'm hugely passionate. I'm autistic myself, and I think it's something that we need to talk about. We need to try and dispel some of the myths around autism and other forms of neurodiversity. And I'm a big, sort of advocate of trying to do that. It's very, very important to me as well that, in my professional work, I can support people who are working in business and in industry to overcome some of the barriers and to perform at their best and realise their potential.
I mean, it's one thing to fundraise, but to go ahead and push to be a trustee, why did you want to take that step?
I think, the opportunity for me to be the first autistic trustee for Daisy Chain and to advocate for the beneficiaries at board level was just a fantastic one. And I think hopefully I bring a different perspective as a younger trustee as well, who's obviously had experience recently of sort of coming through education and transitioning into adulthood in the last sort of decade.
You've got your family with you today, but how can other people support your walk throughout the North East over the next couple of days?
They can follow me on Instagram and view my stories, and I've got the link to the donations there.
Well, best of luck with that. I want to chat to your mum, Beverly, and your partner, Grace, who have come along. Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
You two are following in a support car, I understand, with lots of snacks and first aid kits.
Yes, we are, yes.
We are. How are you feeling about what he's taking on over the next 2 days?
It's massive. It's been 2 years in the planning. He's been desperate to do it since he became a trustee. And his passion is football, so it's so apt that he's doing from Middlesbrough all the way to St James's Park in Newcastle, and stopping off at each stadium because his passion is football.
I'm really, really excited for him. I think it's a great thing he's doing for a fantastic charity.
Amazing. Just how proud are you of him then?
So proud, massively. We can't quantify it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, I'll let you guys get on to the next leg of your journey, 20 miles, and I hope it stays sunny for you.
Thank you.
Louise, thank you very much. Incredible that. Good luck to Nathan as he makes his way across Teesside. 55 miles. That's not to be sniffed at. That is it. It's a fair old trek. So will he miss out on the match tonight? He might still be walking. We'll find out. We'll follow his progress across the day here at BBC Radio.
Football referee and charity trustee Nathan Sherratt is doing just that. Nathan is in the middle of a massive walk where he's stopping by the biggest sports clubs across the North East, all for a great cause. He started at the Riverside Stadium in the Borough yesterday, and we're finishing at St James's Park in Newcastle, and he's on the line now. Morning, Nathan.
Morning, Matt. How are you doing?
I'm canny, mate. How are you feeling? Because how far have you been so far? I bet you're feeling a bit tired this morning.
Yeah, I think we're a total now of probably just under 28 miles in total over the 2 days. Just about 5 miles in, just stopped for a quick break to rest the legs and take some food and fluids on board.
Right, so you started in the Borough yesterday at the Riverside Stadium. Where have you been so far then?
So I've just been to the Riverside and Victoria Park, and it was a long walk to Chester Street from there, about 20 miles from Victoria Park to Chester Street yesterday. And then obviously that was the end of day one, and restarted this morning from Chester Street. And I'm sort of hopefully halfway, I suppose, to now Sunderland, just at Harrington Park at the moment.
Right, so currently at Harrington Park. So you've been Riverside, and then you've been Victoria Park, which is obviously Hartlepool, then up to Chesley Street for the cricket there, and then you're heading over to the Stadium of Light. Mate, it's you've taken on a canny old challenge, but you're doing it for a good cause, aren't you?
Yes, the charity is Daisy Chain, and it's a charity that, you know, people who shop at Team Valley might know, with a mega store there, and people who are maybe living closer to the Tees Valley might be aware of the day centre as well in Norton. So yeah, it's a charity that's expanding all the time, and I'm very proud to be a trustee.
Yeah, no, I've been to the centre in Norton. I've done a kind of work over the years when I used to be based at a radio station down there, and then I've been and dropped stuff off at the big store on Team Valley as well. And you're right, they do some incredible work, and I know it's quite close to home for you, isn't it? This charity.
Yeah, I'm autistic as myself, and you know, a big part of my motivation to try and do it is to be, you know, a really good advocate for the beneficiaries at board level, and try and represent them and have their voices heard. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, look, mate, you're putting it on the map this morning, literally. You're putting it all across the map this morning and and sort of this week. And I know I mean, you've got a chock-a-block timetable today, because as you say, you're heading to the Stadium of Light, and hopefully getting there. Sort of probably, if you're at the Harrington Country Park, what's that, about another half hour or so? You may be able to do that, or a bit longer.
Yeah, we've got about 5 miles to go, so possibly we'll be looking at maybe an hour and a half.
Okay, and then obviously up into Gateshead and finally to St James's Park. How are the legs feeling? You have to give them a little bit of a massage when you stop off now?
Yeah, I'm having to just be careful. I know it's morning radio and people are maybe having their breakfast, but there's a few blisters popped last night to get the feet in a good shape, ready for today. But yeah, I think it is about managing the body now, because it's very sore and very tired. It's going to be a very sort of standstill weekend for me, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say, once you finish, it'll be standstill and mainly in ice buckets, I'd imagine. Nathan, if people are listening and they want to support you, how can they do so?
So they can follow me on my Instagram page, and the link for the donations is in the bio.
Brilliant. Okay, so if people want to find you on Instagram, what should they type in?
They should type in my name, Nathan Sherratt, and _.
Nathan Sherratt _ on Instagram, and all the stuff's on there. Brilliant, Nathan. Well, we wish you all the best with it today, mate. It's been lovely to have you on. We'll keep following your journey, and let us know when you've finished and when you finally get those feet into an ice bucket. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nathan. That's Nathan Sherratt there, doing a massive walk, as I say, heading to sort of a lot of the big sort of sporting stadiums across the northeast. He's already ticked off the Riverside and Victoria Park and Chesterley Street, the Riverside Cricket Ground there, and now heading over to the Stadium of Light, then up to the Gateshead International Stadium, and finally St James's Park, hopefully around about 1:30 this afternoon. Nathan's hoping to get there. So if you do see him out and about on the roads, then do give him a...
On BBC Radio Newcastle, we love to highlight people who really make a difference. And today, football referee and charity trustee Nathan Sherratt is doing just that. Now, he is in the middle of a massive walk where he's stopping by the biggest sports clubs across the northeast, all for an absolutely fantastic course. Now, he started off at Riverside Stadium in Middlesbrough yesterday morning. We'll finish at St James's Park. And he's on the line with me now. Hello, Nathan. How are you doing?
Good morning, Kelly. I'm bearing up okay. A little bit sore from time to time, but we're getting closer to the end now, so I'm starting to believe a lot more.
Oh, I mean, you're definitely going to do this. You've done so well. How has it been so far? Because I believe that your knees have been aching a little bit.
Yeah. This morning, I think the knee started to hurt a little bit, which was a new one from yesterday. Didn't have that so much yesterday, but obviously... I think now probably my total distance covered, getting over 40 miles. So, I probably have a few aches and pains naturally going to slip in at that stage.
Can I just say, you are doing incredible. I wish I could give you a big hug right now. What you're doing is absolutely amazing. And do you know what? When you finish, it's going to feel great and it's not going to be that far away. What time are you reckoning that you're going to be completing at?
I'm hopeful I'll get there before 2:00, and that's all I'll say. Let's just hope that we can keep on going and keep sort of around the same times that we've been doing each mile so far this morning.
Now, Nathan, how did you train for this? It must be so hard because it's relentless, isn't it?
Yeah, and to be honest, I think that this has been far tougher than the training that I did. I was training up to near 20 miles because, training's very difficult when you do it over a long period of time because with walking, there's such a time-based element to that. To actually put in long training walks requires a lot of your time, which is always difficult when you're busy. So, when I started this, I was a little bit more optimistic than probably I was at the end of yesterday because my feet probably haven't reacted as well as I thought they might, given the training that I've done.
But you know what? I know you're going to do this 100%. And the reason I know you're going to do it is you're walking for Daisy Chain. And it's a charity that's quite close to you. You've been a trustee there for 2 years now, haven't you? What made you get involved with Daisy Chain? Why is it so important that people support you?
For me, it was a natural attraction. I run a business and I've got that involvement. And for me to be able to bring that expertise to a charity board when I'm an autistic person myself, and had the ability to advocate for the beneficiaries of the charity within that role, it was an absolute no-brainer for me, and it was something that I really, really wanted to become involved with.
And what sort of work does Daisy Chain do?
So Daisy Chain does a lot of work across the northeast. People who shop at Team Valley might have seen the mega store there. There's also a day centre where young people and families can go in Norton on Teesside, and probably the biggest remit of the charity as well is to continue to educate around autism and neurodiversity.
And what you're doing, I mean, it's incredible. How many miles is it going to be that you would have covered by the time you finish your day around 2:00? How many miles would you have done?
Over the 2 days, I've done 55 miles.
Honestly, that is absolutely incredible. And whereabouts are you right now?
I'm just outside of Bolden, so if anybody's driving down the 184, 194 at any stage in the next, couple of hours, give me a beep.
We need some beeping, yes, because that's going to give you a bit of energy, isn't it? If anyone's passing that area and wants to walk alongside you, can they do that as well?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Well, we want it. So what are you wearing so they can look out for you?
I've got a white shirt and green shorts on, and I've got the big Daisy Chain logo on my top as well, so hopefully they won't miss me.
Right, and are you walking by yourself or do you have anyone with you right now?
I'm walking with a friend at this moment in time, but I've got to say, take the opportunity while I've got the platform to thank my partner, Grace, and her family who helped me through and really dragged me along yesterday through some difficult hills in East Durham. And I've been really grateful for the support of people around me.
Oh, I am so excited for you to complete this. You're going to feel amazing. I know you don't at the minute. We're all 100% behind you. What you're doing is amazing. And if anyone's passing by, please beep, wave, do anything they can. I can't believe it's Riverside Cricket Ground, Chesley Street, Stadium like Sunderland, Gateshead International Stadium, all the way to St James's Park. You're an absolute legend. And you are so going to do this. And we just think, honestly, we're so proud of you. You're doing amazing. And I'm sure Daisy Chain are just so happy and so they're so lucky to have you doing this for them.
Thanks very much, Kelly. Really appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Oh, please, if you are listening right now and you're around Bolden and you see someone with green shorts on and a white top and the Daisy Chain logo, he's walking with someone at the minute. He's aching at the moment. He's still got a good few hours to go. Please beep your horn, give a wave and do whatever you can because Nathan Sherratt is doing amazing. We'll do that huge walk and stopping by the biggest sports clubs right across the northeast, all for a great cause. And that's what we love here at BBC Radio Newcastle. People who go above and beyond, just like him.
This next chap was outside the Riverside Stadium in Middlesbrough at 4:30 yesterday morning, getting ready for a 55-mile walk. Now, he completed yesterday's walk at Hartlepool's Victoria Park.
Nathan Sherratt is taking on a route between sports stadiums across the northeast to raise money for autism charity Daisy Chain. And today Nathan set off on his final day, walking from Chesterley Street to the Stadium of Light, then on to Gateshead Stadium, and finally finishing up at St James's Park. Did he do it? Did he? Afternoon, Nathan. Did you do it?
Yes, Scott, I'm just talking to you from in front of the Alan Shearer and Boyer Robson statue at St James's Park.
Good lad, well done, fantastic. Congratulations, how are you feeling?
Very, very tired, very, very sore, questioning why I decided to do it, but of course it's for an absolutely amazing charity, and just absolutely over the moon. I think there was certainly times earlier today where I just didn't think I was going to make it, and I'm just unbelievably happy to be here.
Good man, good man. Well, let's go back to that first question. Why did you do it? We know you did it for a great charity, but tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, so this week is the second anniversary of me becoming a trustee of Daisy Chain, and it's a charity that I'm very passionate about, and I'm autistic myself, and to have the opportunity to sort of, represent the beneficiaries at board level in the running of the charity was just too good an opportunity to overlook, and it's something I'm incredibly proud of. And so, as a football referee myself, why not sort of have a, sports stadium related theme to raise some really vital money for a wonderful charity.
Good for you. Good for you. How long in total has it taken then, Nathan?
It's taken, I'm not sure exactly how long it took yesterday, but I've just gone past the 8.5 hour mark today.
It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. How are the blisters? How are the feet?
Well, yeah, I think I said when I spoke to your colleague this morning, it wasn't really for breakfast radio, but I had a lot of blisters lanced this morning to get me ready to go again today. So, yeah, I'm sure that conjures up a lovely image for the listeners.
Yeah. Enjoy your tea, by the way, if you're having an early one or a late lunch. And like you say, the charity is so important to you, isn't it? And if there's not many people maybe overly aware of what Daisy Chain do, and just kind of the fantastic work as well, give us a little bit more about them and just how vital a role they play.
Yes, I think people who like to shop or shop regularly at Team Valley will see the big mega store, and those who like to shop at Portrack Lane will see the superstore. And there's also a fantastic day centre facility in Norton, and there is a lot of work for families, and really people from young childhood to late adulthood who are autistic and have other forms of neurodiversity to get some, world-class treatment, and the staff there absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. Hear to that. Hear. You do amazing work, you really do. Do you know, Nathan, how much you've raised so far, or roughly?
Yeah, I looked. The last time I looked was before I left Gateshead, which is obviously the penultimate spot, and I was on about 1,300 at that stage. So there's still time. I can tell the listeners, Scott, there's still time to add to that total should they wish. Absolutely.
And where do they need to go? If they can give you a couple of quid, where do they need to go?
If they follow my Instagram page, Nathan Sherratt _ and head there to the link in the bio, they'll see that the Just Giving page is live and is active. And yes, absolutely, we want to emphasise that message, Scott. There's still plenty of time to donate.
Absolutely. So if you can, maybe throw a couple of quid Nathan's way, because it is really for a fantastic cause with Daisy Chain. Anything else in the pipeline, Nathan?
A long time lie down in a darkened room, Scott.
And a nice cold drink as well to boot. I think you very much deserve it, my mate. Do you know what? Good on you. You've been amazing. You've been absolutely brilliant. And hopefully that 1,300 quid will rise somewhat over the next couple of days and couple of weeks. Well done, my mate. Thank you very much indeed for taking the time out to talk to us. It's a fantastic feat to pardon the pun, feat that you've done. And hopefully we'll get to catch up next time.
Thank you very much, Scott. Really appreciate the support from yourself and the listeners.
Take it.
Hi, Tony. This is Nathan in Newcastle. I've arrived here this afternoon, having started a walk yesterday at 4:30 in the morning from Middlesbrough. I've walked from Middlesbrough's Riverside Stadium to Victoria Park in Hartlepool, the International Cricket Ground in Chesterley Street, the Stadium of Light in Sunderland, Gateshead International Stadium, and I finished this afternoon at St James's Park. I was doing this all in aid of Daisy Chain, a charity that I'm very proud to have been a trustee of for the past 2 years.
Brilliant. Well, that's how to use the longest Friday. That's Nathan Sherratt walking for Daisy Chain. They support neurodivergent kids and adults in Stockton.